Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh everyone. I am Faiqa from Paul's Cambridge Orleansy, Parepura, Srinagar. And today I am going to explain a writing skill called dialogue writing. Dialogue writing is a skill. It is a written skill, a writing skill in which we actually write conversations of two or more people. So there are some rules to write a dialogue. So I'm going to explain those rules to you today. So rule number one is the introductory line. You cannot start your dialogue out of nowhere. Introductory line is important. In introductory line, we write what this dialogue is about, and we also explain the scene a little bit so that the reader could get the idea of what this whole dialogue is about. The next rule is the dialogue content. So it's important to note that the dialogue should not be too long or too short. The dialogue should be of right content. For example, like the dialogue should be from 80 to 150 words. It should not be less than 80 words or more than 150 words, otherwise it might get a bit boring. The next one is the simple language. When you're writing a dialogue, you should note that the language should be very simple and it should be clear so that the readers could understand what the dialogue is about and could get the right meaning out of this dialogue. Try not to use too many difficult words or jargons, otherwise the readers will lose interest in it. Next one is short forms. So I know this could be a bother to some people because some people are really used to writing in short forms, but you should try to avoid writing in short forms when it comes to dialogues. We should try to write the whole spelling of the words. Next one is avoiding long dialogue paragraphs. Now this is important as well because some people write dialogue in a long paragraphic manner which makes it boring. We should try to write dialogues in a very brief way so that the meaning of it is very impactful. Also that you should note that some people do not use the real life conversational ways to write a dialogue. When you're writing a dialogue, the reader should know that this is kind of a real life conversation going on between two or more people. Next one is take dialogue to a right conclusion. This is important because your whole dialogue will only make sense when you take it to the right conclusion. Otherwise, it will feel incomplete and the whole dialogue will make no sense. So it's necessary for us to take the dialogue to the right conclusion. Okay, so now let's take a brief look of what we have learned. First one is the introductory line, which is important because it sets the whole tone for the dialogue and the reader understands what the dialogue is about. Next one is the dialogue content. It should not be too long or too short. Next is simple language. Trying to use simple language is more impactful than using difficult words and jargons. Next is no short forms. We should avoid using short forms because that is not the right way to write a dialogue. Another one is avoiding long dialogue paragraphs. We should not try to write long paragraphs in a dialogue because that is boring and not impactful. Last one and not least, take dialogue to the right conclusion. Taking dialogue to the right conclusion will make the whole sense of the dialogue, otherwise it will feel incomplete. So that's all from me today. I'm Faiqa. Thank you.